This is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm just putting a dish together, and I'm going to bring y'all along just in case it's really good. This is a keto dish, but it doesn't have to be because I made something like this when I wasn't doing keto. But I've got, I don't know, a half a pound, 3/4 of a pound, I don't know, hamburger, ground chuck. That's what this is. And I've got my Instant Pot. I'm gonna brown this ground chuck in here and put this in here. And then over here, let me swing you over. Over here, I was gonna fix it all in this pan, but it wasn't gonna fit. And you know how I am about leftovers. I love having leftovers. So in here I've got 1 small head of cabbage that I've cut up, and I've got 1.5 tomatoes. We have this store down the street from us that all year long you can get these amazing tomatoes, and I have been eating a lot of tomatoes, and just recently I just haven't been hungry, and I haven't been eating the stuff that I was eating on keto. Matter of fact, I haven't even been eating hardly anything. It's just, I don't know what it is, but I'm not even, some days I'm not even eating 500 calories. Like today, it's 4 o'clock now, and I haven't had anything, not a bite of anything. I have had, this morning, early about 8 o'clock, I had 2 cups of coffee with just 1 tablespoon each, in each of those, of heavy whipping cream and some of the sugar-free Torani hazelnut syrup in those. And then I had another cup about 2 hours ago. I don't know what it is. I've just been wanting coffee, and I've never in my life been a coffee drinker, but I sure have been wanting coffee lately. So anyway, let me take you back over to this. All right, so I'm going to be, well, let me scoot it over. I'm going to be browning the hamburger in here, the ground chuck, and then I'm going to put the vegetables in here, and I'm going to put some onion powder and some garlic powder, and that's onion powder I'm going to put. Y'all know I don't really like garlic, so I'm not going to put very much garlic powder in here. Probably a teaspoon of garlic powder and probably 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and Himalayan pink salt, and coarse ground black pepper. And that's probably all that I'm going to put in here. And when I get this browned, the ground chuck browned up, and get ready to put the vegetables in, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. All right, I've browned my ground chuck, and I've got the cabbage and the tomatoes in here, and I put in pink Himalayan salt to taste. And I wanted to tell y'all about this. I think I got this. This is Riega salt, Himalayan pink salt. So I got this at Walmart, and I don't think it was but like $1 or something. And the ingredients in it are Himalayan pink salt, and that's it. No carbs, no nothing. And so if you want Himalayan pink salt and don't want to use the grinder, that's see, you just shake it out. And then I've got my pepper, which I can always use a lot of pepper, and I'm gonna put in a little bit. I don't want too much, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And this is granulated onion. If I get the top off, right here, whoop, granulated onion. And I'm gonna put maybe, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of that. And then I've got granulated garlic, and I'm not going to put maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then I've just got a cup of water. And I'm just going to pour that around it. Stir this up a little bit. You've got to have water in your Instant Pot, so that's why I put the 1 cup of water in here. Alright, now I'm going to put the top on here. And I've got it on sealing. Alright, and then I've got it, let's see, let me get you down here. Turn the Instant Pot around. I'm going to go, oh, I got to turn off the saute button first. Then I'm going to go manual, and let's see. I don't know how long to cook cabbage for. Maybe I'll go 20 minutes. Yep. So that ought to cook the cabbage and the tomatoes, I hope. So I'll bring you back and we'll see what this tastes like. Okay, I wanted to talk to y'all a minute before this comes up to pressure. I've been going crazy lately, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I have this major itching. I don't see a rash, but from the top of my head down to my upper thighs it's waking me up in the middle of the night. I can't figure out what it is, and I got on YouTube this morning, and there's this keto guy from another country. I don't know whether it's India. I can't remember which country that it is. But anyway, his name is Headbanger's Kitchen, and he was talking about having this rash. And so, I don't know what made me do it, but I went online and I put on Google, can keto make you itch? And oh my gosh, that is what is wrong with me. And I've gone off of my medicines. I take this medicine for my diabetes called glipizide, and one of the side effects of that is itching. But I've been on this medicine now for like 3 or 4 months, and I really didn't think that was it, but I've been off of it a week now, and I'm still itching real bad, so that's not it. I have gone through everything, trying to figure out what it is. Is it the water things? It's like Mio that you put in your waters, and it has electrolytes in it, and I thought that's the only new thing. And the stevia in my coffee and different things like that, but none of that stuff causes it. So this keto itch is real. It is real. I haven't seen a rash, but the itching is real. And evidently it's coming from the toxins that are coming out of my body. I don't know. Y'all, if any of y'all have this, please comment below and let me know, and look it up and see. And I mean, it goes away, but it's been driving me crazy. It's waking me up in the middle of the night and everything. So I just wanted to tell y'all that I really thought I was going crazy. I really was beginning to think that at my age that I was getting severe allergies, but it's not. It's the keto itch. All right, so I'll bring you back when this gets ready. Okay, I'm back. All right, so here is the dish. I'm gonna taste it, see what it tastes like. It smells amazing in my house. Oh, that's really good. let me, it may, it's kind of lacking on, I put cayenne pepper in it, but it doesn't seem to have been enough. I probably should have put a little bit more cayenne pepper in it. And instead of cooking it in water, I should have cooked it in chicken broth. Or even beef broth with this, because it wasn't that much ground beef in it. It's still good, though. And I'm hungry. It's 10 after 5, and I haven't had anything to eat today. So this is my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. And don't forget to share this with your family and your friends and on Facebook. And if you've had any problems with the keto itching or whatever, don't forget to comment below and let me know how that's gone with y'all. And I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.